most software engineers will never get rich after 2026, and it's not because they are not smart enough, it's because nobody shows them how to use their skills in the right way. And during the AI era, this gap will become bigger in 2026 and beyond. In this video, I'll show you exactly what you should start doing in 2026 so that you survive this AI era and become rich at some point. I started working as a software engineer 4 years ago after I passed a 3-month bootcamp about software development, and after that I got fired once, then twice, then 3 times, and then I was fired 5 times during those 5 years. And already during my first layoff, I already understood that this career is not for me, so I started pursuing content development, and this is what I've been doing since. During those years I've made a lot of mistakes, I switched niches many times, I pursued bad business ideas until I actually found the one which is actually working, and I'll explain what it is, how you can utilize it as a software engineer and make your first money outside of your 9 to 5. And don't repeat the same mistakes that I did myself. Let's stop talking about myself and let's get started. You're likely very smart, logical guy, you think that you've done everything correctly, you went to university, you graduated, you started working as a software engineer, I did a different path, but both of us kinda understood at some point that being employed as a software engineer is not the best idea. Because you're not controlling your schedule, you're not getting paid enough for the work you do, you can be laid off at any moment of the time, what happened to me many times, and you can probably also be replaced by AI soon. And in 2026 and beyond, all average intermediate software engineers are fighting for the same roles and are not unique in any way when it comes to comparing them to any other software engineers. And now in 2026 and beyond, just software development skills can get you a job. Because guys who are hiring you, they're making a bet. They're making a bet that you can solve their problems and make whatever they want. But many of them are not technical people, unless of course you apply for a huge corporate company with a huge tech team, just like thousands other of candidates do as well. So you're basically lowering your chances. But if you apply to a company where there is not so many employees and they do have a problem that you can actually solve, they're not able to understand what exactly you can do for them if you will just give them your resume, because they're not technical people and they don't want to have those bets. So how do those guys actually make decisions? They're looking at whoever is the cheapest, and then they pick this engineer and he starts to work for them. But there is a way to separate yourself from the crowd and don't be compared by the price, which is instead of letting potential clients do a bet on you, offer them a clear solution with an expected value and reduce the risks of getting this result to the minimum. And this is what basically businessmen do. So what I want you to do is to become a business yourself. But you may say, I've already tried it so many times. I've did SaaS, I've did side projects, I did freelancing, but nothing worked. I was barely getting any clients. Everybody barely trusted me. How am I supposed to do this? And this is when personal brand comes in place, because you don't need to build anything before you first build your personal brand. And in 2026, personal brand, it's not about posting selfies or being loud and showing off. It's about showing your expertise. And you can even do this on LinkedIn. You don't even need to go to Instagram or any other social media, and don't even have to show your face. And you need to build this personal brand so that you actually have trust, so that you have visibility and people actually know who they are going to and what kind of problem you are able to solve. Because if you just show your resumes, there is no reviews, there is no testimonials, nobody knows what exactly you can do. And maybe they don't even know that they have this problem. So you should become your own business, promote yourself, promote your services, and position them in a natural language for non-technical people. Because this is what your employer is basically charging you for and underpaying you, because this is what they can do. They are able to promote your work, they are willing to sell your work, and they are able to get the difference. And this difference is probably higher than your own salary. So they are most likely paying you less than 50% of whatever they are getting for your work. And once you build this brand, you're no longer competing for the price, you're competing for the value and for the trust. And if people already know you, if you already provided them value, if they already trust you because of how much you shared in your posts, in your videos, whatever, this will be the only path for them to go to you, because they know that you are the one who is able to solve this problem for them. And they trust that you can do this. You don't actually win by overcoding other engineers. You're winning by having a clearer solution, clear offer, and being able to actually advertise yourself to those clients. And it's not about spending money on advertisement. It's about either reaching out to them or posting content where they can find you themselves, just like you're doing with this video right now. And you may ask me, what am I supposed to post about if I have no idea what am I even proposing to the clients? And here is a good thing, because you can just start talking about whatever you are enjoying and just have a vague understanding of what kind of problem you are looking to solve. Let's say you enjoy going to the gym, you are a software engineer, and you have some network of people who are like gym owners or maybe some gym employees, and you basically see that they have some issue. For example, their websites are trash. It's a pretty common thing, right? So what you could do is you could start reaching out to those gyms through their employees, through LinkedIn, through Instagram, through their email, through their phone number. As long as you have information on how you can reach out to them, this is how you can do this. I know it sounds hard, but nobody said that fighting AI and your employer cutting your salary is not gonna be easy. It's definitely going to be hard. And you may ask me, why do I even need a personal brand if I just reach out to those guys? Because personal brand and videos like this, or posts, or anything else what people can follow, is where they can build touch points with you and actually see that you have enough value so that you can provide information which is relevant for them and potentially solve their problem. So if, let's say, you reach out to a gym owner who is your friend, then you're not gonna have issues with it because you have already built trust with him, so you don't need to use your personal brand. But if you reach out to the guy on another side of the country and you just reach out by phone and this is the first time you're talking to him, if he's pretty hesitant about using your services or even chatting with you, you can just recommend him to watch some video. You may even consider using his website on your YouTube video and just show your knowledge to the people and how it can be actually improved, and send this video to this gym owner, as well as just showcase your knowledge to your potential other clients that you can also send this video to, especially since most of their problems are gonna be pretty much the same. And once you will be creating this personal brand, you will be better understanding problems. You may refine your offer so that you offer a better solution, more value to those customers. And this is how your business is going to improve. But finding a niche is definitely not as easy as I just described. Maybe they have a trash website, but probably it works fine and your solution may not be the best for them right now. So to make sure that you're actually picking the right niche, which is relevant to your exact interest, to your story, to your knowledge, to your skills, and clients actually have this problem, connect with me on LinkedIn. In the link in the description, explain to me that you are coming from this video, and I'll send you a checklist on how to verify what niche you should go with and confirm that this niche is actually valuable enough. Because I've made the same mistake many times with my niches for my different YouTube channels, and unfortunately I had to close them afterwards. And I'll also give you a few personalized suggestions from my own side if you want to hear them. And if you don't have any brand, if you don't really build this connection, it's gonna be hard for you to sell afterwards, and it's gonna be hard to keep your potential clients in the loop in your ecosystem, content ecosystem, where you can very unintentionally appear in their minds all the time, because they will be just following you in this social media where you are. It can be LinkedIn, it can be Facebook, Instagram. You should definitely be on the platform where more of your ideal clients exist. And I would suggest you to use LinkedIn, because if something goes wrong with your business, you can go back to your software engineering job, and developed LinkedIn will already help you out with finding those new opportunities. Because you'll probably have a good following already, and it will be easier to find you a new opportunity. And I want to say that you don't need the permission to be visible. You don't need credential to share your insights that you have. And you don't have to hide behind your programming software engineering skills, because they are not gonna save you. While AI develops, your chances of getting a better job or staying in your existing job are becoming lower and lower. And you can see it by the amount of layoffs that we had in 2025 and we're probably gonna have in 2026 and beyond. Perfect time for you to start your business and develop your personal brand, and this is exactly what I'm helping with. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn and we can just brainstorm a few ideas for your future business depending on what your skills are, and pick a good niche for you, and I'll see you there, because this is the most important thing that you can do in 2026 and beyond, as I already said. And this is exactly what I'm doing right now, and I'm not planning to come back to a normal software engineering job. I'll see you in my LinkedIn in the description, or you can check out my full story in the description here as well.